Ridiculous.
Looks like.
All right, we are indeed filming.
Did start off Wait, do they need to see this?
Can I actually have a phone to use a timer? Someone, do you mind? Yeah, I don't know if everyone, got my 5 people. Jeez, just wave at the camera if they don't mind. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get fat 0.
Okay, I think they got me.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks, bro. Okay.
Tipsy get you.
All right, so, did you know that it is possible to make an income outside of simply working or doing a job? Because it is. I know we're all college students, we're broke, we don't have much time, but you can make money passively without even really doing anything or really worrying about it by simply investing your money in the stock market. Now, I know a lot of people avoid this or kind of shy away from it because it seems intimidating or complicated, or they don't feel like they have adequate time to put the research in. And that's all very fair and honestly probably very logical, smart thinking. But due to new technology and kind of new things that have come in the industry, it is now actually very reasonable to do this on an individual level without putting too much time or effort in. And the secret to that is simply the exchange traded fund. So I have pulled up on the screen here the S&P 500 ETF, but there are exchange traded funds for anything. And an exchange traded fund is essentially just a combination of a bunch of different companies all weighted into one share that you can buy. So this happens to be 500 diverse companies that are just like the 500 largest companies in the US. But you can find an ETF on autonomous vehicles, for example, and that would just comprise maybe 40 companies that make cars that are capable of autonomous navigation. So depending on the topic, you can find an ETF for just about anything, and it can compromise a wide variety of companies or be different costs. This one's $279 a share. You can find one for $15 a share. So I would start by just researching a topic you think is interesting, like something like autonomous vehicles, and find ETFs that involve that. And then the next step, the most important step, is doing your due diligence. So here I have a couple sites that I would recommend using, Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg. And on either of these sites, you can go type in an ETF that you're interested in. Here we have the S&P. And you can look at all of this research. A lot of it you might not care about, and that's fine. I wouldn't get too much into the weeds. But, oh no, okay, there we go. But there are simple things like performance that are probably good to check out. So here we see that over the last 10 years, this S&P ETF has averaged 15% a year. So that means if I put $100 in, I would make $15 back annually over the last 10 years. There's no guarantee that's going to continue, but you can look at stuff like this and get an idea for where an ETF has been and kind of what you can expect by investing in it. And so I'll definitely make sure to do a little bit of your own research just to make sure you don't get anything that's fraudulent or crazy. But most ETFs are very heavily regulated and won't cause you too much concern, or you really shouldn't have to research too much. So after you've done your due diligence and you have decided on ETF, and a very easy one to start out with is this S&P if you're just looking for a basic diversification of companies. It's about actually purchasing ETF. So this is a website called Robinhood. It's actually also very new, and it actually allows something that didn't exist for basically the entire time our country existed until recently, which is fee-free trading. So previously, to buy even one stock, you would have to pay $6, $10, maybe $20 in fees. But Robinhood takes cash that investors aren't using and securely uses it for banking purposes, small loans, stuff like that. So that income that they generate allows them to not charge fees to investors. So if I were to purchase one share right now, I would just go over to shares, type in 1, and then assuming I had put the funds in my account from my bank, which is all very easy to do and self-explanatory within the site, you just go review order, and then it's going to tell me I don't have buying power, but if I did, let's see, I can't show you, but if I did, I would just go ahead and purchase it from here, and then I would be able to check in on it any day right here and see how it's doing. And then I could sell it at any time, and neither of those would have any fee associated with it at all. So at that point, it's just based on the performance of the individual thing. And the last point I'd like to make with this is only do this if you're in it for the long term. Buying ETF on Tuesday, selling on Thursday has no guarantee whatsoever that it's gonna do anything positive, that it's really just all guessing games at that point. So pick something you like, make a commitment to leave that money there into the foreseeable future, and this can be something that works well for you. So guys like Warren Buffett and Jack Bogle, which are huge in the industry, love these things and constantly laud them as the best thing for the everyday investor. And they're a way that even college kids like us can make simple passive income. So I would definitely recommend it. Got it. Oh god, that was the most thrown together one. But
It never sounds thrown together though. Like I just you.
I mean, I actually like this stuff, so I'm just like talking about it. But
Yeah.